It's time for the Daily Stand Up Podcast presented by Agile Dad with your host, Lee Henson. Without any further ado, let's get started. All right, today I want to discuss an article that was sent in to me. It was originally published in March of this year by Didem Kulakisa. I hope I didn't mess up your name too bad. And the title of the article is How Do I Become an Agile Coach? And I thought this was a great read. It's a short read, but it's a great read. So I thought I'd review this article with you because I kind of agree with a lot of the things that are here. So here we go. So the question, how do I become an Agile coach? Admittedly, this is one of the most asked questions that I get as well. So a lot of businesses consider Agile to be their new shiny thing, right? Their brand new toy. An Agile coach title looks fancy. So, without understanding why Agile and how Agile, people are looking for shortcuts to become a position like a senior Scrum Master, or an Agile coach, or a product manager. And I think that there are some assumptions that go along with this. And here are the assumptions that she's listed off. If I have a certification, that means I can be an Agile coach. Or if I know coding, that means I can be an Agile coach. If I know Scrum better than my peers, I can become an Agile coach. And we could go on and on with this list of assumptions. The truth is, none of those really make you an Agile coach. So she starts off with a list of 4 questions she asks herself every single day to determine if she's at the right place in her journey or if she needs to hire an Agile coach. Good question. So here we go. The first question is, where should I start? So before researching any certification program or applying Agile coach for an Agile coaching position, she asks herself questions and finds 2 to 3 colleagues or friends who can make an objective evaluation and face and understand where you are according to the answers that you receive, right? So here are the 4 questions. Ready? Okay, so question number 1. Am I a real lifelong learner? When most of us answer this question, we say, sure, we are. But a lifelong learner is a lot more tough than you think, right? It's not just about attending trainings, reading books and articles, writing blog posts. It's more about taking lessons from disappointment, desperation, understanding failure, and learning from it. I'm talking real cases where you're the biggest part of your learning journey, and organizations too is founded in what didn't go right. If you're capable of mapping what is not working and the next possible steps to bounce back, then your organization can do it too. And as an Agile coach, if you want to grow an organization, you have to first know how to grow yourself. Wow. Incredible advice. I love it. Second question, how resilient am I? This is a control question for the first question. You might define yourself as a lifelong learner, but are you great at taking lessons from different cases? And you're great at taking lessons from different cases, but how is your adaptation level once you receive the advice? Most of the time, lessons are clear for everyone, but knowing how to move on is a different story. How many times have you killed an idea? How long is your failure list? Have you ever been disappointed by your team or disappointed with the decision that you made? I think that's a powerful one, right? It shows that you can be reflective and figure things out. So I love it. Next one. Am I a great communicator? Agile coaching means that you're an advocate for the agile mindset. And the hardest part of this adaptation of the mindset by organization is just the understanding of the change, right? In change management, a clear communication on why, what, and how is most valuable capability that you must have. Communication needs to be with all members of the organization, from the CEO all the way down to the bottom line worker, frontline worker who's driving the initiative. You have to be comfortable to express yourself openly and share the why part in a simple way that's easy to understand. If you've worked closely with leadership teams before or manage organizations with wide initiatives, these experiences will help make your work easier as a coach. Next, last question. How much variety does my professional experience have? Now, this is one that I find incredibly interesting because this is one of the key differentiators between what I do as a coach and trainer and what many other trainers out there do. So, mentoring is one of the most important stances in agile coaching, and how you are good at it is directly okay. Let me reword this because of the way it's worded here. It doesn't make sense. So I'm going to reword it for her. Hope that's okay. It says mentoring is one of the most important stances in agile coaching. How good you are is directly proportional to your business experience. There. Agility is based on two main abilities: the ability to transform user and market information into insights and using them in response to market movements, and having diverse experiences like product, data, strategy gives you an advantage when you mentor an organization in agile product development. Both startup and corporate examples or experience help you understand different behavior patterns and change management. I would go even further and say things like user experience, marketing. These are all key facets of being a strong coach because you need to learn end to end how the entire agile framework functions, right? Okay. She goes on to talk about lessons that she learned from her agile journey. And here's what she alluded to. And I love these lessons. She says, my product management experience taught me whatever you do, first set concrete goals and ensure the team's commitment to these goals. The importance of a team working agreement and understanding concrete goals is paramount to you being successful. To prioritize actions, you need to work closely with internal stakeholders, especially to C levels. Every communication must serve the product. Don't lose your focus. Feed communications by real customer needs. Love it. Next, she says, my management consultancy experience taught me strategy is everything. It's focus. It's where you will play, how you will compete, and why you will win. If you feel there's ambiguity related to the strategy, force whoever's responsible to define a clear picture for everyone so we can all be on the same page. Change management experience in a big global company taught me Agile is just as much for small teams as it is for large teams, but it still can't help. Still, it can help for better business results. Don't focus on all the parts of the organization. Prioritize where you play. Create your dream team for change and choose your battles wisely. That's pretty interesting. I guess if you're in a large company, that makes a lot of sense. And finally, she says, Agile coaching experience in a startup taught me forget everything you think you know. Each organization is unique. There's no shortcut to build something unique. It takes blood, sweat, and tears. Push forward all the efforts to the product. And if you have a strong product team, uh, if you have a strong product team, you're good to go. If you don't have a strong product team, you're nothing. And you need to understand that it's not about, even though Scrum is filled with sprints, it's more about the execution of those sprints. It's a marathon. It's an execution of multiple sprints that lead you to success. And I think that if we don't look at it from that perspective, that we're going to be lost. So my congratulations to them on a really good article. This is good. I enjoyed reading it, and I encourage you, if you haven't had a chance, I'll drop the link out there for you to go give it a read. But good advice on becoming a good Agile coach. So if you have questions or an article you'd like for us to review, feel free to reach out to us at learnmoreatagiledad.com, where we'd love to hear about your article. And I'd love to give you some feedback. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.